So let's talk about the impact of data mapping on AI systems, ADM systems, and the combined impact on compliance and risk management. Compliance is what is very important when it comes to data privacy, and to handle privacy well, we have been doing data mapping for the last few days. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you daily see new content on data privacy. And today, as I said, we are going to talk about the impact of data mapping on AI and ADM and their combined impact on compliance and risk management. Data mapping, the process of identifying, categorizing, and tracking data, its collection and its movement across your organization. It helps you in documenting where is it coming from. It helps you in documenting how is it getting processed, how is it getting combined, because for the AI decisions, data from multiple sources will come at a place, get combined and take a decision or get transformed into a new source and stored over a new source, and give you the opportunity of filtering up the data, normalizing it, creating standardized formats, and also give the opportunity for you to follow the principles of privacy, which includes data minimization and purpose limitation. How does it all drive automated decisions is one of the other aspects that you need to cover when you talk of data mapping in your organization for AI also. So it supports transparency because data mapping provides you a very, very clear record of all the data sources that are feeding into your AI systems. How is the data being transformed? How is the data being used? When, at what stage is a human oversight required or introduced when it comes to handling personal data? These enable AI decisions, and they're very, very important with respect to GDPR. GDPR Article 22 says that you have a right, that you are not solely dependent on automated decision making. And I've tested that with one of the European companies where I was not satisfied with the outcome. And when I questioned them, they sent me an application form which said that I want to use my right to be not solely dependent on automatic decision making. And then they reworked on the entire things manually. I didn't get any change in the outcome, but at least that gave me the satisfaction that I wanted, right? And the fact that Europeans follow that. Identifying and mitigating bias, do data mapping tracks, what does the tracks, where is the data used? How does it contribute to mapping? Identify protected characteristics. It also helps us detect skewed data sources, which could be from the historical data that we have. Our over-reliance on certain particular attributes. Are we using some attributes too much and not using the other ones? Are there some non-sensitive attributes that are there? I mentioned this in the previous video also. I'm saying that again. The output of AI ADM is very important, has to be monitored very, very carefully, because there you could find some non-sensitive attributes creating some bias, right? So you need to make sure that nothing of the sort destroys or has an impact on your systems. So it's critical to map the inference data, the outcome that you have received, to understand if there is any hidden bias in the system. As a regulatory, GDPR says, as I mentioned earlier, you are not required to be subjected solely to automated decision making. If a customer wants his decision to be reviewed manually, then the processing company, the data collector, needs to give him the option to do that. It has to provide to the regulators meaningful information about the logic being used and the significance and impact of that logic on the respective data subjects. DPDP Act says that you should be doing a very fair and transparent processing. So if you need to do fair and transparent processing and you do use AI and ADM, then you definitely need to do data mapping accordingly, and you have to explain the algorithms that you are using in your AI. And CCPA, CPRA says that you need to categorize data and you need to explain the logic of the outcomes that you have received. So that's about the regulatory obligations and the impact or the relationship between data mapping in AI and ADM on compliance and risk management. I hope you like the content of the video. Overall, from compliance point of view, what it brings, what mapping with AI and ADM brings, is transparency for both the internal and external audits, proactive bias detection and mitigation, alignment with global regulations, and perfect documentation, perfect documentation for your DPIAs and AI ethics audits. This is very much required. Finally, enhance customer and regulator trust. I would always remember that I did unknowingly used a GDPR right with one of the European companies where I was not left to be dependent solely on the automated decision making when I thought that the outcome is not what I was expecting, right? They did it, reviewed it manually as well, right? So I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon, subscribe to my channel, and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.